All right. Hello, everyone. Happy April. This is Noelle Cruz, Presidential Diamond with It Works Global. I am so excited that you are on and you have joined us tonight. April was absolutely incredible, you guys. We had 25 promotions on this team. So I'm just really quick going to do some shout outs because I am so stinking proud of you guys. So our new executives in the house, you guys, we have Katie Nolan, Stacy Donahue, Timothy Neely. We have Trey Henson. I'm sorry, these are not in order. And that's it, okay? We have a ton of new rubies, you guys. We have Susan Martinez, Scott Williams, Blair Williams, double promoted from distributor to ruby. We have Mercedes Kuntz, double promoted from distributor to ruby. We have Danielle O'Brien, new ruby. Amanda Gosens, distributor to ruby, double promotion. Kay Ham, promoted to ruby. Jenny Davenport, double promotion to ruby. Ashley Hill, double promotion to ruby. Samantha Miller, double promotion. And Joanna Feliciano, double promotion to ruby. Francis Russo, double promotion to ruby. You guys, that is a lot of rubies. And the thing I love about seeing all these ruby promotions is that rubies make diamonds. So I'm absolutely loving this. Okay, new emeralds in the house. Okay, how many of you would like to be an emerald, making an average of $900 a month? Like, just raise your hand for me because I'm super, super proud of you guys. These are our new emerald promotions. We have Sandra Russo. Oh my gosh, girl, I'm so excited for you. I can't wait for you guys to hear her story later on this month. We have Joshua Stewart. We have Marissa Overton, double promoted to Emerald. And we have Marlene Hayes and Sarah Williams. You guys, congratulations. Okay, now we have some new diamonds in the house. So a diamond makes an average of $2,000 a month, and something amazing happens when you hit the rank of diamond, called CAB bonuses or leadership level bonuses, which completely unlocks the compensation plan. And we might actually have Porshea and Jarrod get into that a little bit tonight. But as a diamond leader, you start making insane amounts of money. So these people now have the license to print money and write their own paychecks. So our new diamonds are Yvette Vigil, Yvette V. Hill. I'm so sorry, I butchered your name again, girl. I do that every single time. Yvette V. Hill, Jamie Stewart. Those are our new diamonds, you guys. And double diamonds make an average of $4,000 to $5,000 a month in this business. And we have two new double diamonds. We have one new official double diamond, Sandy Fountain, and I actually might be announcing another double diamond promotion. I wasn't supposed to say that. On our next Zoom. So I'm so sorry about that, but we have one new official double diamond in the house. That's Sandy Fountain. I am so stinking proud of you. So congratulations, you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause because you guys had an incredible month. So I am really, really excited to introduce our guests to you. Let me see if I can find them really quickly. Hold on. I saw them here just a minute ago. Let me see. Well, I'm going to give you a little introduction to them while I'm searching. They have been in the industry for a very, very long time. However, I just found you guys. Hold on. Here we are. I'm unmuting you guys, but I don't have video yet. So let me know if your video pops on. So you guys, I want to introduce you to Presidential Diamonds, Jarrod and Porshea Wilkins. They have been in the industry for quite a while, but they have been in It Works for just 7 months, and in their first 60 days, they promoted to Presidential Diamond. You guys, that is a record set for It Works, and they just inspire me like crazy. I saw Porshea on stage at conference, and she's allowed me to plug in with their team a little bit, and you guys, they are a complete powerhouse, so I'm just really excited for you to hear from them tonight. So Porshea and Jarrod, are you guys there?
So we're here, but for whatever reason, our camera isn't working. All I see is a black screen for me. Do you see me?
Let me find you again. Hold on. You disappeared on me.
So I have the video going, but for whatever reason, I can't see Me. It just shows black, like a black screen.
Talking. No.
Okay, I'm talking. I'm talking.
Hold on.
Say that again.
I just see I see a picture of a phone.
Why is it a picture of a phone?
Oh, I don't know.
That's
Hold
weird.
on. I'm looking.
Okay.
I can't find you.
Here, I just stopped the video so you can. So
Okay.
that's
I
why
got the picture now.
everybody knew why I would do that. So I've logged off and on like 3 times. And I'm not sure why the video isn't showing. This is the first time this has happened. So I'm gonna hit start video again. You can see where I am, right? Okay.
Okay.
And then you see what it just did?
Just black.
Yeah, what is that?
I have no idea.
That is so crazy.
Oh my God.
Why is it doing that?
Well, we wanted to see.
This has never happened before.
We can't see your face. You guys still want to hear from them, right? We still want to hear from you, even if we can't see you. So yeah, that's totally fine. We're gonna have to roll with it. It's fine.
Okay, we'll just flow with it then.
We'll just roll with it. Yeah. Okay. So would you introduce yourself to everybody and just tell everybody like who you are, where you're from, how long you've been in the business, and how you found this industry?
Oh, wow. Okay, so my husband will be joining me in just a second. He's just got home from jiu-jitsu. It's this new thing. So, yeah. Now, he's a super karate kickboxer guy. But so he'll be joining us in a second. But my career in network marketing started back in 2005. I was working in the retail industry. I was a brand manager for Victoria's Secret at their corporate office in Columbus, Ohio. And that was actually my dream job because I worked in retail when I was in high school. And so the executive assistant to the CEO actually prospected me while I was there, believe it or not. And so she was like, hey, you know, you want to make some extra money? And I'm like, yes. And so she told me, she introduced me to the industry by way of like a conference call. And so I jumped on the call and I liked what I heard. I did. And so I went ahead and I got started. I didn't make a lot of money then, but I did learn that there was a whole nother world of people out there that thought like I thought, you know, were just different, you know, didn't want to do the typical corporate America deal. And for whatever reason, just couldn't get along with their boss, which is where I was. And so, yay, there it is. I figured it out.
It started working.
Hey, everybody. This is so much better. This is so much better. I figured out. So I had the camera function up on my laptop. So I had to close that out. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm what you can call low tech, big check. Okay.
Hey, it works. Whatever works.
Low tech, big check. But so my husband will be right here in just a moment.
Okay.
But so I joined that company, and it was interesting. The product we promoted was like a healthy juice. And so I met a whole bunch of cool people that were thinking big and believing big, who were earning a boatload of money. And you know, when I worked at that, my dream job, I was managing a $1.4 billion collection, but I was only making $36,000 a year. My student loans from my marketing degree was 40 grand. So, you know, I graduated in the deficit like so many people all around the world, right? And so for me, it was just a matter of staying in an environment with people who wanted more out of life, who believed bigger than I did, and stretched my belief as well. And that's so important in this industry, that if there's anything, I've learned so much, but one of the main things I've learned is that your environment is everything. It is absolutely everything. And so when I was coming up in the industry, I literally would decorate my home with my dreams and my goals. And so I had them plastered up everywhere. My dream car was a Porshea. And so I had pictures of Porsches all over my house, in my restroom, in my kitchen, on my front door. I had a Toyota Scion at the time, and I took the Porsche logo out of a magazine. I cut it out and I taped it to the steering wheel of my Scion. I was obsessive about it. And so now when I pull up in my Porsche, they think I'm crazy, but they thought I was crazy then, but I'm not anymore. But because you don't get what you want out of life, you get what you picture. And so whatever you put in front of you is what's going to get on the inside of you. And so don't put anything before you that you don't want to resonate and get inside of your spirit. And so those are some of the things that we did. We built Belly to Belly back then, because this is before social media was even, like, I think Facebook had just started or something. We were just coming off of MySpace. So we built Belly to Belly, person to person. We would leave the house and make a commitment to meet 5 to 10 new people every single day at the grocery store. At Starbucks was my favorite place. I would just sit at Starbucks all day long and prospect people. They'd come in there with their laptops and stuff, and there was nothing, more exciting than sitting next to them, like invading their space. Hey, what you working on there? Or, how are you? Or if I see somebody dressed nice, I'm like, man, I love your outfit. What type of business do you own? Just automatically starting there, planting the seed. Hey, you need to be in business if you're not already, and so those are some of the prospecting tips that we would do. And it was so much fun. We would walk around the mall. We got kicked out of a couple of stores, but it was okay. Just that was early on, before we actually knew how to properly prospect. But I mean, even our neighbors, when we would go to school functions for our daughter, like everywhere that we would go, if there was a person who had a pulse, they were getting talked to, period. And so I love building that way. We still build that way, and we teach that as well. It's just more personal and more relational for me. And so we built that business. And then in 2008 was when I actually met Jarrod. We were on separate paths at that time, and we were introduced through a mutual friend. I was a motivational speaker for high school and college students, and doing consulting while building my network marketing business part-time. We found out when we talked in 2008, we were in the same company, on the same team, but didn't know each other.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I know, right?
To be.
So in 2009, when he was getting ready to launch his next company, I was on his list of contacts. And so he reached out to me on Messenger on Facebook. It was like, hey, let's connect. And so I went out to see the presentation. I joined him in business. I was his top producer for the first year. We built together, strictly just friends, business partners as well. And then about a year after, or working together, was when we started dating. He told me he wanted me to be his girlfriend. And I was like, I bet you do, because of how much money I'm making. I know, right? So we're like a quintessential MLM love story, like real life. And so everything that I know in this industry, I learned from him. He's a dynamic teacher and leader. He get calls every single day from people all over the world, different companies as well. Even some company owners asking him, what can they do to grow their organization and create a culture that's conducive for people to win big. And so we really do focus on leadership development and deployment in our organization. And so he leads that. And because I'm a builder too, it works out great. So we just naturally do the work that we do, and it just flows together awesomely. So that's our relationship dynamic is different from what we've seen a lot, and it works with the female leading, and then the partner supporting. We're the opposite. He's the leader. He's the head. He runs the organization, and I support and can do everything that he does, but he's the leader. And so so we've been in 2 companies prior to It Works. We were 2 companies over the course of 10 years, 2 different companies. If it had been our will, we would have never left the first company. We totally love that company. We were with them for 7 years. But just character changes. We grew, and we just grew up, and so it was time for us to go and do something different. We didn't want to go in the same direction as that company. And so we parted ways. It was really, really tough. And so we joined that, our last company before It Works. And so both companies we built to almost 30,000 distributors, earned millions of dollars, the whole deal. International is real big for us with building and network marketing. And so we've developed a lot of relationships over the last 14 years. So when people hear, you know, you went Prez in 60 days, it's actually been 14 years in 60 days. So, you know, like you can't never compare yourself. Comparison is a thief of joy. The moment you compare yourself to somebody else, you get deflated and you mess up your you mess up your place in the process, because now you're looking at where they are and what they're doing. I told everybody the other day, what you do works, period. Now, if you want to enhance it and maybe do some tweaks and stuff, absolutely go do that. But what happens is a lot of people abort the process too soon because you're not getting what you want from it right now. You think that you're buried, but the truth is you're planted. When you bury something, there's no expectation of life coming. But when you're planted, you expect life to grow. And so when you got to look at your position here and it works, if you feel stagnant, if you feel stuck, you're not buried, you're planted. And so you just got to keep cultivating that seed, meaning your mindset, and doing the work that you know works. And then you'll be able to get your breakthrough if you just stay consistent and be here a year from now. But after we built that second company, we had to leave again. It was time to make another transition. It's never fun transitioning. It's not whatsoever. Like, it's the worst thing ever. I don't wish it on anybody. But when you're in business, you have to make those business decisions. And we make ours off of business, not off of emotions and, you know, personality conflicts and all that kind of stuff. You're in a people business. Mm-hmm. The most beautiful part about network marketing is the people. The biggest headache is the people. Okay. So whether it's this company or the next company, you're going to run into some people. They may not have had that issue, but it's going to be another issue. It's kind of like a relationship. You know, you break up with this person because they're doing X, Y, and Z. And then you go over there with this person because they're doing ABC, you know, but then you find out, man, like, I could have just stayed where I was for all of this. Yeah. But my husband didn't want to join Networks at first because of the perception and that it was just women with raps. Mm-hmm. And it's predominantly Caucasian as well. And so he's like, I'm a Black Nigerian man. Where do I fit? I'm not gonna rap a dude. He's like, I'm like, babe, it's okay. Money's green. Let's go. Money's green. Right. But, you know, for him, that's important to have a fit because of his gift and the way that he flows and his anointing and stuff. And so when I looked at the numbers, because I worked for $1 billion company before in corporate America, when we went to corporate here for It Works, and I walked through the doors, I got goosebumps. And I immediately heard God say, this is it. And I told my husband, I said, this is it. We're doing it. It works. And he looked at me like I was crazy. He was like, babe, we just walked through the door. I said, you know, it doesn't take me long to just know what we're supposed to do. You know, my husband, it takes him a while to make a decision, but when he makes it, he does not turn. And so we spent some time with Mark and Pentecost, Mike Patillo. The whole corporate team was there. And so we had an opportunity to invest 2 days with them because we understand the weight of our yes. When Jarrod and Porshea says yes, it's not just us, it's tens of thousands of people that are also saying yes, that are coming along too. You know, our organization now is well over 20,000 people in 7 months. So that's a heavy responsibility. And so we had to make sure that we were making the right decision. But I knew that we were. The fact that the company's faith-based was very important to me, and just the numbers as a whole. And I looked at the leaderboard. I didn't know anybody that was on it. All of your triples, presidentials, ambassadors, I didn't know any of them. So my husband and I are very connected in the industry. We're like, who are these people? I was like, they're doing what? With some raps? Sign me up today. It was so refreshing to see just fresh faces, you know, people that just came on board and said, you know what, I want more, and just built it organically. And so that's what, but I told him you're coming. He crawled in, y'all, because he don't want to interrupt.
I mean, it's okay if you're all sweaty. You got back from jujitsu, so.
Hey, don't tell my business. They're not supposed to know I'm getting prepared.
He's preparing for the apocalypse.
Thank you for joining us, Jarrod. We're very excited to have you guys on tonight.
Absolutely. We're excited to be here. I'll let her finish because this is typical. This is really how we got into business. Matter of fact, the last couple of businesses, she makes the decision and then she waits for me to get over my stupid attack. And then, we go ahead and attack it together. So go ahead, honey.
It's called marriage 101.
Exactly right.
But right. So for me, when we saw the demographic as well of the company, we saw opportunity. We was like, man, our network doesn't know about this company, or we know of it. We just literally wrote It Works off as just some little company selling some little wraps. Mm-hmm. Literally, that was it. And so when we looked under the hood and we see all that's taken place before we showed up, we were like, oh man, we're gonna kill it. Like, let's go, let's do it. So it was really a no-brainer, and we just went through the process and did the work. We, when we transition and join a company, we don't tear down a previous business to do it. Because of the relationships we built over the years, we started brand new every time from scratch. Mm-hmm. Pulled out a brand new sheet of paper. Number 1, write a name. Number 2, write a name, and we built our list of I think 225 people. Mm-hmm. And we started making those phone calls and told them what we were getting ready to do. And many said yes. A lot have said no, and many more on the fence. They're going to come later. People say the fortune is in the follow-up. Sometimes you got to go make a fortune and then let it follow up. So many more are definitely coming. But, we're excited to be here. We know that we made the right decision. And it's been a tremendous blessing for ourselves and so many people. We got our team members that are earning crazy income, from month 1, more than what they have in their careers. Mm-hmm. So that's a big thing. It's one thing for us to win. Like, we know we're going to win. That's just, we know that we are going to win. But the important part is making sure that the team is winning too. And you can't do that with a small vision. You can't do that being I-minded. You have to have a we-minded mentality. It can't be about you. You can't be selfish and expect to be a big leader in this industry. Yeah. This network marketing is very unforgiving. It will chew you up and spit you out. And you're going to be punished or rewarded for all the things that you've done along the journey. Mm-hmm. So it's important to stay in good character while you're building and everything as well. So that's my side of the story. I'm so glad he wasn't here to hear it, because everything I said was just
story. She shared the whole thing. It was beautiful. So this can be.
Yes, I tell them about it.
That's romantic.
Go ahead.
I think everybody loves it. This can be a question for Jarrod. So you guys, like you told us, you've been in 2 previous companies before this one. So talk to us a little bit. I mean, just share a little bit about the power of this industry, because there's quite a few people on here who have just joined. And if my connection is unstable, I'm so sorry, you guys. Yeah. There's quite a few people, who have just not only they've just joined It Works. This is their very first company, or they've been a part of previous companies and it didn't work for them and they don't know why. But talk to us a little bit about just the power of this industry, but then why you chose It Works. Why? Because I've heard you guys say this multiple times. This is your home, and you know that this is your home. And so talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for having us on. We're obviously honored to be able to share this sacred space of It Works together and talk about, things that matter to people. My wife, I know I missed a lot of what she said, but it's so revelatory in terms of what I'll talk about in terms of just this profession. I want everybody, number one, to switch out the word industry for profession. And the reason why I want you to do that is because if you don't have the right concept, you'll always draw the wrong conclusion. And all of us at some juncture or another, we've been in a profession, or you've either been in a profession or someone in it that's a professional at what they do. There may be professional attorneys. That's a profession. Engineering, that's a profession. I was just, you heard my wife, she spilled the beans. I was in jiu-jitsu. There's a difference between someone like myself who's an amateur. This was my first class in jiu-jitsu. I normally take Muay Thai kickboxing, so I could probably kill you standing up, but that's a whole different can of worms. But it's different on the ground. They have professional, what they call MMA fighters. And then you have regular street fighters. It's a difference. You know, I watch a lot of, and this is so revelatory to when you talk about network marketing as a profession, when you start watching the two, in terms of, you know, someone that is professionally trained that has a skill set and someone who's just a bull in a china shop, someone who's just going in there, it's never a fair fight, right? Because that person has learned skills over time. The gentleman that was leading the class today, he's a 7-degree black belt. He's been doing this for 15 years. He's 5'4", but he will unleash a can of it works on your behind on the ground. I mean, it's not even fair. I mean, he was doing stuff to us. I just, you know, I cried in the shower, but that's a whole different point. So what do I want to say to those of you entering this profession? First of all, congratulations. That's number one. Number two, be ready. You hear oftentimes people say, pay the price. I don't call this a price. You're going to pay the privilege. It's a privilege for you to be in this profession where you've got all activities of your limbs. You can dial in to a conference webinar just like this. And you can learn from people that are doing exactly what you do. You know, if you go and want to get mentorship from a Tony Robbins, let's say you want a session like this. You know, Tony has a 3-year waiting period. Yeah, I call him Tony. We're friends. But anyway, Tony Robbins has a 3-year waiting period to join his elite class. And now listen to this. It is $1 million a year for you to get access to 3 webinars a year just like this. Wow. It's a 3-year waiting period. There are people lined up for 3 years. Please, Tony Robbins, take my $1 million so I can actually get on a webinar like this and learn some skills from you. So that's why I say this is a privilege to be able to all you have to do is log in to listen and learn. So number one, when you learn, after you learn and you take some L's, learn, L-E-A-R-N, L, that you're going to take some L's. Some people say I either win or I learn. Yeah. No, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. It's okay. Now, we live in this postmodern day generation where you want to give everybody a trophy. They give you a trophy for participation. In network marketing, in the profession, you do not get a trophy for, we don't say, you know what, you've been in the business for a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you're now a presidential. No, it doesn't work like that, right? They don't say, oh, you know what, you've been doing this, you've been giving some hard work, you know, you've been posting on social, and oh my goodness, you just, oh wow, you are labeling those raps. I love your labels. Because your labels are so phenomenal, we're going to promote you to die. No. There are no trophies given for participation in the profession of network marketing. You have to produce. Now, here's the beautiful thing. 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours. Write that down, please. It takes.
Hold on, I think you guys are frozen. Are you frozen or am I frozen? Are they frozen, you guys? Somebody talk to me. Are they frozen?